Greetings. Welcome to 5 Play Friday. We are live from the beautiful San Francisco Bay Area. Hope everybody is doing super fantastic. Hold on just a second. Make sure the sound is working here. Awesome. Okay, we are on the clock. Fantastic. Super excited to be here. I hope everybody's season is going well. Now, everybody's season has to have started by now. I know there's a little staggering. Even Mike Goodwin up in Alaska should have games going on. David Backen's in the house. Good to see you, David. Background looks okay. We started on time. I hope nobody took the over. We are actually live streaming into Facebook, my Facebook page as well. We're trying that out. Hopefully nothing catastrophic occurs. When I live stream to multiple locations at the same time, it takes additional bandwidth. So there's always the possibility that everything crashes and burns. Richard Masterson, good to see you. Show supporter, Richard Masterson. Appreciate you, Richard. Jason Hayes is in the house from Washington, Missouri. That must be my reminder to turn off the sound on my phone. One thing I failed to do on my pre-show checklist. Okay. Cannon Fort is in the house. The Zooch has to make a quick and hasty exit. We'll see you on the live stream or on the edited version. We are very happy with our processes. Our elite tech team is doing a better and better job. I'm going to do that. Huh. Okay. I think a little bit more. That'll work. Awesome. Missouri coming strong. So we have Jason, we have Zooch, we have David Heger? Heiger. Heger? I'm going Heger. That'll be the German pronunciation. Let me know. Adam beats Darwin to the punch. Mark, how are you? So Mark presented a little traveling scenario. If you get a player on the floor, are they allowed to place the ball on the floor, hold a hand on the ball, and stand up? Are they allowed to place the ball on the floor, holding the ball, stand up with the ball on the floor, etc.? So if a player's on the floor holding the ball, there are restrictions on their ability to attempt to get up. That is the language in the rules book. To attempt to get up. Now, what does that mean exactly? That is subject to referee judgment. Did this player attempt to get up? Is that to get up and stand, etc.? But there are case plays that say a player cannot, holding the ball on the floor, place the ball on the floor, stand, and pick up the basketball. Can't do that, right? So something to have to be aware of, knowing the rules, as we will come to our last two plays, play 4 and 5 today. We got to know the rules. Al, I'm not sure. Oh, is that a Michigan thing? Good morning, Tom. Oh, there we go. There we go. Darwin beaten to the punch. Mr. Kaufman got you. Chris Janish in the house. Great to see you, Chris. Thank you for the play submissions. I've been shrifting. Chris provides a constant flow of plays. Am I using all of Chris's plays? No. We got other people coming in with strong play action. Earl from Colorado Springs. Good to see you, Earl. Oh, Kennan's got a play. Home team down. Final minute. Free throw line for the last of 2 tries. Both teams have timeouts. Okay. All right. And the home team, the coach says, I want a timeout after the made free throw. What do we do? Right? Well, first of all, our antennas are up for them to request a timeout. I say, call it, right? In that situation. Don't just go under no, they've pre-called their timeout. Force them to follow the rules and request the timeout during the dead ball after a made free throw. But of course, our antennas are up. We are anticipating, and it's fantastic to give us that knowledge. I'm going to call a timeout after the made free throw. Well, that's really helpful to me. I don't want to obviously, we don't want to miss a timeout request in that situation. So I would say, Cannon, say, call it after the make, right? I want a timeout. Call it. I'll be there for you, right? Something like that. Chris 83 in the house from Illinois. Where's our Chicago contingent? Where's our Chicago? What? Denver coming strong. Sam, good to see you. South Dakota coming strong. We dominate the middle of the country. The flyover states. Alan Cummings from Wyoming. Did I see Rhode Island in the house? All the least populous states. Oh. Yes. I think that statement, you need officials in blank, could be applied to everywhere in the country. There we go. Mark Goodwin from Southern Illinois. Wow. People have no idea what Mike goes through up there. A 3-hour day. Okay. All right. We're short here in the Bay Area. Obviously, we get dark. Like at 5 p.m. it's dark. Huh. Okay, so I guess Cannon wasn't asking what to do. He was saying, he was laying out the situation. You got to type faster. The player makes and the coach remains silent. Opponent gets the ball. Other coach runs up the sideline screaming, timeout, I award it. Other coach, meaning the visiting coach. Huh. Okay. All right. That's fair enough. I think that was well handled. You going to whack him for gamesmanship? Gary from Beantown. Yes. I may have spent a couple of years of my youth in Arlington, Massachusetts. Learned to love the Red Sox, I'll tell you that much. That was in 1967. The year of the impossible dream. Mark Fisher in the house. Mark was he was at the camp when I first learned to officiate high school basketball. Mark was in the building, provided great insight to a young official, very impressionable young official. Tom Hickey. Yeah, so my feeling, Tom, is like consistently at the end of games, I think I've done a really good job in this game. Our crew did a really good job. That's been consistent throughout the year. Did I have a game on Wednesday night where that was not the case? No, it was Tuesday night. Yes, I did. Yeah, I did not do a good job. Oh my gosh. Michael, good to see you. So Michael has been providing me a tremendous stream of clips through Facebook Messenger throughout the week, for which I get notifications. The onslaught has been steady. Michael, I have been crushed at work. Have I looked at any of the plays you've sent me? No, I have not. I can tell you that. I just do not have time during the day to make that happen. So I will get to those plays. Andrew. San Diego. Wow. No games. What have you done to your assigner? Earl, I'm with you as well. Larry Morell's in the house. Good to see you. Hey, maybe that's why your crew was good. It's a good feeling to know that you've done a good job for the game that you have, right? This game needed this from this crew. We, applied the rules, were consistent, had like calls, etc. It's a good feeling, and that you've done right for the game. And the other thing is you get to your game to an end of game situation where, again, all of our skills come to bear. How we handle those end of game situations, so there's sort of like the 38-minute evaluation and then the final 2-minute evaluation in most states. But that's a good feeling. Central Florida's in the house. Patrick Weaver. Patrick, I do apologize for the takedown for Stephen Curry last second. What are you going to do with that guy? And the Celtics defeat, but then I appreciate them going up to Sacramento and beating the Kings. Yeah, these are the things that happen. Randy Wilson is in the house. Now we can get going. Billy Mack. Fill in, Billy Mack, it sounds like. All right. Coffee. Critical to the equation. Yeah, so different states have different rules. Here in California, full reset. Many other states, again, so California shot clock rules and restrictions have been in existence for decades, right? And so collegiate rules have changed, allowing a lower number reset, which I love. In women's collegiate, if we had a kickball violation, we would go to 20 seconds instead of a 30-second full reset. And so the newer states have the opportunity to say, well, which shot clock rules do we want to adopt? Do we want to, the hard and fast 35-second, or do we want to do something a little bit different? Do we want to have a lower number reset, et cetera? So that's going to be a state-by-state scenario. Thanks, Martin. Appreciate that. Yeah. It's rules to live by. Good point, Billy. Good point. Okay. All right. Okay, Mike. All right, geez, we've been waiting to get started for you to show up. The Florida contingent is strong. So where are we strong today? We're strong in Missouri. We're strong in South Dakota. We're strong in Florida. What was the other one? I forget. Michigan. Very strong in Michigan. Always strong in Michigan. Pennsylvania. Jersey. Appreciate it. Michigan, yes. I see. Boy, a lot of comments before I get caught up here. Joe, bringing California into the mix. Great to see you. Dave Witt, Michigan. Adam Pruitt in the house. Good to see you, Adam. California coming strong. Okay, Massachusetts reset to 15 seconds. Wow, nice. So 35-second shot clock reset to 15 if it's below 15. There's no being sorry in the live stream. Louisiana. All right. Louisiana. Awesome. That doesn't count, Mike. Doesn't count. Utah in the house. Okay. Got it. Pennsylvania coming strong. Tony C. from Florida. Illinois contingent is strong. That may be something you see on the news. And Heath King from Salem, Oregon. Awesome. Okay. All right. So, Do I have the show flow ready? Yes. Yes, I do. And as you recall in the last episode, we had a little glitch, a little tech team miscommunication. We've had our team meeting. We've had our pregame. We've gotten it straight how we're going to execute as a crew here. Let's see how we do. All right. Let me do one thing here. Well, thank you. Thank you. Pre-show coffee. We'll be ready to go. All right, now we're ready. Now we're ready. Okay, got that. Okay. Let's put that there. One down. Whew. Okay. We are back. We are looking at plays. Hey, let's get better as basketball officials today. Stick around. Ooh, nice blur there. Greetings. Welcome back to 5 Play Friday. My name is Greg Austin with Better Official. We craft video to help basketball officials get better and take control of their officiating career. What do we like to do? We like to look at plays, look at all of the things. Today we have a you make the call play. Block charge again? What do you have on play number 1?
Point in the first 7 minutes of this quarter, 29-27. They've actually scored the last 6 points prior to that as they've regained the lead for the first time since the second quarter. Oh, a tough runner to the basket by Myers.
And no call.
All right, lots going on that play. What do you have? What's your ruling? No call, correct? Was that a block? Illegal use of hands? Did we have a bad screen? What do you have on that play? Put your ruling in the show comments below and stick around to the end of the video. You know we'll be looking at all of the things on play number 1. With that, let's move on to play number 2. Except in the live stream, am I set? Am I poised? Yeah, here we go. Hey, back at the start of the show, we had play number 1. What did you have? Let's look at all the things on play number 1. All right, we have a lot going on this play, right? We have a ball in the Trails primary coverage area in a 2-person game. Gray area, drive to the basket, screening action, hard contact at the basket, no call on the play. Let us look at all of the things, right? So our trail official is working out onto the court here, and we have an attempted steal. Let's go. Right, we've got the attempted steal there, and our trail has this on-ball matchup. Player then drives to the basket. We've got screening action here, and we've got a secondary defender coming here. Right, so we have to ask ourselves at this point, who is officiating what? Right, we've got a player without a defender going to the basket. Who is going to, right, so our trail official has to officiate where our partner cannot on this play. Being in this spot on the floor, sort of volleyball line intersection, this is not an uncommon spot for officials to be in as trail in two-person. We've got to find something to officiate on this play. We've got screening action. Was this defender legal? Was there illegal contact on this play? Everything about this says, oh, they jumped from A to B, and then they had the hard swing. There's got to be something on this play. But do we see any illegal contact on this play? Right? Our player here, our defender, gets to a spot on the floor. They jump vertically, and then they swing their arm down, but is there contact on the swing? Cannot see it. The body contact on this play was legal. First look at this play, it looks like our defender goes from A to B, but he gets to the spot, goes vertical. The swing without contact would be a legal play. I don't know that our lead official actually got a look, the ability to transfer our eyes on this play. If you are the trail on this play, you need to pick up that secondary defender, right? That would be a key takeaway from me on this play, right? What are we officiating as trail here, right? We have to officiate something. And the fact that we're getting into more onto the court does not do us any favors here. We've got to pick up that secondary defender. If there was an obvious foul, we would need to get that. Play on. Play on. No, I'm going there. So, all right, a great play to look at. Are we completely sure our lead got to the spot to transfer their eyes to the secondary defender? No, but in the absence of an obvious foul, which is not apparent on this video, this would appear to be a no call. Correct. Legal defender. The swipe down misses. If that swipe down had any sort of contact on the arm, that would obviously be a foul. But in the absence of proof, apparently a great no call by the league. Yeah, that was a little bit sluggish. Okay, what do you guys have on this play? I go there. Brian, we'll get back to that a little bit. So Sean says lead is ball watching, right? What is going on in the lead's primary coverage area? That would be a big question, right? So if we look, where am I? Where's my cursor? Right. So what our lead has to have is there's no defender guarding this player. We have to see this screening action, right? That's our first thing. And we also have to anticipate what's going to be coming next. Our trail official, once this player goes, I would say as trail official, step down and pick up this secondary defender. Officiate something, right? Would we give our lead first crack at the secondary defender who came from the trail? Well, did they? You know. So we have to see that screening action through, but we have to transfer our eyes to the secondary defender. 'Tis what it is. 'Tis what it is. Mark, I'm with you. Our brain says, "Oh, this big guy," right? So when we're officiating, a lot of times we're swayed by attributes of the player, right? This big football player guy, we always assume that they're going to foul, but they get to a spot on the floor. I agree, Adam. I think they may have. But if that's the case, right, we would say, all right, look, do I know that was a foul, right? Because even if they pick up late, they're going to get the swing action, and if the swing misses, right, if my player went from A to B, I would expect my trail to come get this for an obvious foul. I mean, they don't have. I hope they're not ball watching here. I like the lead's position. I mean, they had the wide angle. Larry, I'm with you there. Libertarian does not think he was vertical. Right, so 20 comes from the lead's primary. Feet, that guy, he goes straight up. He goes straight up. Is there contact to the torso? Yes, he is straight up. When I first saw this play, it's like, oh, this is an obvious A to B play. I don't agree. We're going to have to agree to disagree on that one. Yeah, lead has a lot, right? So, our key here, Mike, is that the ball handler is undefended. Once this player misses we have to immediately shift our eyes. But we have two things to officiate. This screening action needs officiating, right? And then we have our secondary defender play. It's a tough play. What? Good to see you, Phil. Merry Christmas to you. Ron, it is definitely the lead's primary. I'm with you, Adam. Doug's got a foul on it. This would be a great play as lead, assuming that the swing has nothing on it. Assuming that the swing, there's no contact. This would be a great play as lead to just know, well, I know my defender was vertical. I know the optics of the situation. We got a ball handler comes in, right, smaller player into a larger player, right, and goes to the floor. Everybody in the building says, "Oh, that's a foul on the larger player." A lot of contact. And then you get the coach. No contact on that one? Yeah, there was contact. Yes, there was. Was there illegal contact? Of course, is always our criteria on the play. So it'd be great if I know that I've transferred my eyes as lead. I know I saw the play. I know the defender was legal. I know that the obvious swipe down did not make contact. Then I can feel really good about the no call. If I'm a second late, half second, tick, did he establish what was the verticality there, or did he come A to B? Right? Not sure. then it's then we're that's not a great place to be. But if we can get our eyes to that secondary defender, know they were vertical, know that the obvious swipe down, right, which everybody sees, did not make contact, then that's a great feeling that we've made a great no call in that situation. Yeah, everybody saw all of the things, right? So, we're going to like have a moment of pain for a no call in this situation. Okay. All right. But we're moving on. We're moving on. And I know where I am. I know where I am. I'm going here. And we're going to go to our next play. All right. Everybody knows this is a block. Everybody knows, right? So we have a situation where we have a defender, secondary defender in the middle of the lane. And the question is, by rule, what does this player do that is illegal? 99 times out of 100, this will be ruled a block because that's just the way these plays are officiated. But just ask yourself, what is illegal about this secondary defender on this play? Now, this is an extreme example of a defender knowing that contact is coming, turning their body to absorb that contact. Is that legal by rule? Yes, it is. Again, this is an extreme example. Do they move their body in the path of the airborne player? Right, so let's look at all the things here. Again, this is always going to be called a block. But my question here is, what has the defender done illegally on this play? Let's take a look. All right. I think this is a three-person game. I don't know where our trail official is. Secondary defender, green 23, steps up. Let's go back just a tick. Are they legal? Have they established legal guarding position here? They have 2 feet on the floor. Their torso is facing their opponent. This player is legal. Sensing impending contact, they turn their body. Legal by rule. They don't turn their body into the path of the player. They turn their body. This is a legal play by our defender. They are displaced by their opponent. And a blocking foul is ruled. Now, many officials will say, oh, you got to take it. You got to take it like a man, son. You must absorb the contact in your torso, in your face and torso area, right? We're often affected by behaviors by defenders. They do a thing, they start to go, they they have some body motion that makes us think. So again, I'm not saying that this was an inappropriate call. Everybody knows this is a block. Everybody in the gym knows this is a block. But by rule, this is a legal play by our defender. As amazing as that is. So we'll see some variations of this. This is an extreme example. The kid just totally bails, and our brain says they've given up their legal guarding position, etc. Right? But just recognize that we can have a defender who maybe starts to turn their body in a fashion that protects themselves from imminent contact. They don't have the resolve that their coach wants to stand in there and take the charge. Oh, so. Hold on. There. So, a play to look at just to give us a better understanding of the legality of defenders, etc. Again, this is an extreme example. We would expect a block call in this situation, but by rule, our defender was legal. Yes, they were. So move forward and call the game as you will. All right, let's move on. Next play. Oh boy, I'm going there. Yes, Sean, that is so true. That is so true. When we have an absence of certainty because we didn't do this, we were out of position, we were blocked, we did not take the position adjust, etc. And then we have that moment of uncertainty and then the crowd reaction. Yeah. If we are in great position, see the whole play, make a judgment about the play, hey, we can deal with all the stakeholder reaction in the game comfortably. Mark Swift, lift of the foot, lost position. I don't know about that. He turned his body, Ron. Yes, he did. This is the most extreme example, right? So it's, we had the play last week where the kid did the slide tackle. There's almost an element of this, like our player has, made our airborne player at risk. All of the signals to our brain here is that this is a block. Oh, from the outside, I love it. Turtles. He turtles. I don't know if that was a misspelling of terms or because it is absolutely the best. He did put his head back in his shell. No, he was legal prior to leaving the floor, right? High school, all you have to do is be legal, right? 2 feet on the floor here. But this kid is like, I am afraid for my life. Oh, okay. And Dave, so I guess men's collegiate, NCAA men's, this might be something different related to, yeah. Sean, I think this is a nationwide epidemic. The embellishing players, that miserable game I had the other night that I didn't feel I did a good job on, like early on, like with absolutely no contact, our defender falls to the floor. I was tempted. I have never assessed a technical foul for faking being fouled, but he was on watch. Daryl, my contention would be that this will be called a block in high school gymnasiums 99% of the time. That in the real world, this will always be called a block. Either because the official feels that they did not get there in time, or the actions of the defender. That would be my contention. Yes, Sean. Yes. Okay. I'm going here. All right. Not following my show flow. Hey, conventional wisdom on that play says it's a block. Conventional, the application consistently, the way it would be officiated in the wild would say it's a block. Our defender was legal by rule. Conventional wisdom also says we've got a tremendous group of show supporters here at 5 Play Friday. Let's see who is up on the big board today. Richard Masterson, Eric Eichacker, Richard Catan, Richard McGee, and Brian Mackey. Much appreciated and much love. You want to support the show, you can always buy us a coffee. There'll be a link on the screen here, in the show description, in the first pinned comment, and yes, up above. Show supporters dominated by Richards today. All right, with that, let's move on to our next play.
And out of bounds. You got it? And with 30 seconds left to go, nice pass. Gray gets underneath the basket and up and good. Oh, and there's a steal by Winquist. And the foul. And she gets the foul. Basket is...
All right, that happened suddenly. Sometimes plays come out of the blue when we can be surprised by them. This is a super close block charge play. Official needs, in this instance, if they've got to look at the play, they've got to look at the defender, they just have to make a judgment about whether this defender, who was obviously moving towards the player, the ball handler on this play, but that moving towards would end when they establish a position. Does it happen on this play? Let's take a look at all of the things. So we have a throw in after a scored goal. Player steals. Our thrower, the player who threw the inbounds pass, is now moving to guard this player, obviously moving towards them. And a defender who is moving towards an opponent will always be liable for a block, but they, prior to contact, stop short, so the moving forward is no longer in play. Who establishes their feet on the floor first? And of course, our defender, even though they put their feet on the floor, their body, their torso is moving in towards our airborne player in this situation. I guess our key moment is right. So our defender gets her feet down prior, but the calling official on the play, rules of block. Our defender never appears to get vertical, and a lot of times when that's the case, our brain says that's a block. So a sudden play. But let's look at some of the key components of the play as just look at the habits and fundamentals of the crew. It's something we like to emphasize in our officiating training, right? So we're coming out, we have a backcourt throw-in, our crew's in fantastic position for this play, right? We have a play at the basket, etc. And then we note the first reaction of our crew is to do default things. Well, like I'm going to move because we're going to the other end of the court, right? So our lead official turns and runs, right? Did the game tell the official you need to turn and run? Or was that just a default reaction? Do we know whether this team has been pressing the whole game? I don't know from the clip. But we need to evaluate what the defense is doing to determine where we go next on the floor. Our center official turns and walks looking at players over their shoulder. Is that what we want to do in this situation? Right? Center needs to turn, and their first reaction as center in this situation is always, ball goes in the basket, stay put. What's our defense doing? Are they putting pressure in the backcourt, etc.? Right? Not that it would be the center's call, but if we did not have a call from our lead official in this situation, we'd obviously want to come in with a ruling on the play for an obvious play that needed a whistle, right? So notice this first reaction when the ball goes in the basket, right? First reaction should be, what's the defense doing? Right? You see how the white players are saying, no, we're going to... Oh, it was just the one white player. Nice. Nice. Yeah, cool. I like that play. Hey, that play was submitted by Chris Janish from South Dakota. If you want to submit a play for 5 Play Friday, there will be a link in the show description. First comment, and I will put one up above. You can submit your play, and it may appear on a future episode of 5 Play Friday. Go there. Go there. Mike, will you please answer that question for me? So Mike's saying, so if this player establishes their legality, but they're in this position, and then in moving their torso to just gain, you come to a landing here, and then your body, becomes vertical. That would be a natural thing to do. Does the contact from here to here constitute moving towards an opponent? Yes, please answer that for me. I know what our brain says. Our brain says, well, this player's torso came into the ball handler, the airborne shooter. Our brain says that. What? Oh, that's creative. That's creative, Jason. I'll tell you that much. This is a banger play. I mean, any way you slice it, this is a banger play. And, what will probably occur in this instance is you will move to your default. On a banger play, I would contend that each official has a default. My default is charge. My default is block. In a moment of this play needs a call, I have to make a call. The information I have is, let's say, incomplete. officials will go to a default in this situation. Okay. He gets it from Peggy, Billy. If you know, you know. Wait a minute. Are we going to have Sean, is that going to be a factor in our decision on the play? Adam's going to ship it. If this play occurred in my game and I was trail and I was surprised by that, I think I would go block. I think I would. I'm not saying that would be the accurate call here. I think I would. And the bottom line is we do have some surprise in the situation, right? So when we look at our trail official here, right, the passes come in, they are moving down the court. Everybody anticipates things will be going this way. Our stealth defender just knifes in, steals the ball, and now our trail has to look over their shoulder. Where did that defender come from? Were they there, etc.? It's tough. It's tough. It's a tough play. All right, next play.
Calls basket interference against the Wildcats. Get the patting the ball. Checking back in for the Wildcats, number 22, Tyler Krebenek.
All right, it's great to see this play. We have to know the rules of the game. That's the bottom line. We have to know the rules of the game to officiate the game. Now, sometimes we get plays that are unusual, we may not have seen before, and we are left to our own devices to figure out what should happen next in this situation, right? In this instance, we have a player who is grasping the ring, playing the basketball with their other hand. This is by rule a player technical foul. This is not a basket interference violation. You can touch the basket and contact the basketball that is not in the cylinder. You can contact. This is not a basket interference violation. Many officials in this situation know, well, something illegal has happened, but they're not sure what. And things that happen that are illegal at the basket are often treated as basket interference or goaltending, etc. So the correct adjudication of this play would be player technical foul. Now, what are the positives that our crew display here? Right? Let's take a look. We get together and discuss. What do we have on this play? Right? We know that we need to make a ruling as a crew. The crew gets together. They don't have the key rules knowledge in the situation. They come out with a ruling. Fantastic. In the absence of knowing the rules, we need to make a decision. We may need to make a ruling in the play. Now, this is a first period play scenario. If we make an incorrect ruling here, then yes, the teams have an opportunity to correct. But if this situation occurred with 5 seconds remaining in a game, we would have a dramatic impact on the result of a game, right? So we come together as a crew, we make a ruling, and then we spend basically 60 seconds of moving around on the court, right? This is what we want to avoid. If we need to explain this ruling, get your coaches together. Get your coaches together. Here's what we have on the play. We have basket interference by rule, right? Whether we know it or not, right? That will be the ruling. We are going to wipe the goal. The opponent has the ball for an end line throw-in, a spot throw-in in this situation, right? That's the way we're going to play it. That's how we're going to move on, right? We don't have to give the coaches an opportunity to debate the veracity of our call. That's what we're doing, etc. Let's get the ball back in play. Let's play basketball. Get the coaches back to coaching in this situation. By going to one coach and making an explanation, and then going to another coach and making an explanation, we don't make the game better. Come together as a crew, determine the ruling on the play. If necessary, go get both coaches together. Here is the ruling. Here's what's going to happen next. Here's what I need from you, if that would be appropriate in this situation, and get the ball in play. Now, that being said, if you are a young official and you have been in the rules book and you have a scenario that occurs in your game and your veteran partners maybe say, no, this is what we have on this play, and you know that this is a player technical foul by rule, you have to insert yourself into the game. One of the advantages for young officials, one of the ways that young officials can impact a game is with rules knowledge. Sometimes veteran officials become a little disconnected with the rules book. And as a young official, you can just say, look, I was in the rules book last night. I know this is a player technical foul by rule. This is a player technical foul by rule, right? And, make declarative statements, fight for the proper ruling in this instance, and you will be, it's one of the ways that young officials can add value to the crew is keeping the crew from making errors. Now, one of the things we have here at A Better Official is we have new official training. It's just coming online starting on this weekend. I encourage you, if you are a new official, to take advantage of it. There's a link on the screen. There will be a link in the show description. I will put it in the first pinned comment, and I will put a link up above. This will be free training for new officials. We'll have a real focus on, all the basics. So take advantage of that. Okay, that is going to be coming online this weekend. I finally figured out how the structure is going to be. All right, everybody in the chat here I hope is going to know this is player technical foul. A block charge. Oh, absolutely. I'm with you, Sean. But I mean, a lot of times, we have a great play and then a 50-50 play. Are we gonna take the, I'm just saying, our brains work. I mean, we appreciate all of the things, all the breadth and width of the game. So I will say that, Sean. Adam is going to assess a technical foul as well as Doug. Yes. I assume we're in jest, Michael. I assume. Dunson says no technical here. Giacomo has basket interference. Larry, that would be the correct. The T-bone. T-bone! I don't see how choice B is on the table. Huh. Okay. From the outside says FIBA rules have this as basket interference. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Michael. Thank you. If you've got the ability to have an extra official at the table, you are way ahead of the game staffing wise, man. What is the wording in the rules book? Administrative team substitute player. Purposely receive. Commit a goaltending. Reach through. Well, I don't want to delay things here. Maybe somebody can find it for me. Ooh. Yeah. Wow, 91 watching. That's above average. All right, we've got another long play coming up. Let's do it. Let's look at play number 5.
Hit that shot. And it was good, and he'll go to the line to try to complete a 3-point play. 28 points for Keegan Jersley. I don't know how he hit that. That was impressive. Jersley to the line. Goaltend. Basket is good, and it must be a extra free throw for Jersley with nobody around him. Yeah, it was a technical foul on O'Neal. So Mosney hits the 2 extra free throws, plus will get possession here, and it's a 6-point.
All right, so now we have a game that is a little more competitive. We have a 3-possession game with 90 seconds to go in a state that has 2 halves and not 4 quarters. High-scoring game. We've got a situation where an opponent of the thrower contacts the basketball illegally at the basket. There's pressure from the stakeholders in the game that is a goaltending violation. Of course, everybody knows that you cannot goaltend a free throw. That would be a player technical foul by rule. And that is the judgment that the officials make on the play. They do a great job of coming up with their ruling, going in, presenting their ruling, and so it's all resolved at this point, and then administering the game effectively from there. So these habits and fundamentals are fantastic by this crew. Our problem today is that this is not a goaltending violation. This is a basket interference violation, and is simply a basket interference violation, right? So our crew has made an erroneous ruling, right? Because is this a play we see? Do we often see basket interference violations on free throws? No, we don't. So, it's just a great example. There's some super positives in this instance, but again, we just have an absence of the correct rules knowledge in this situation. We misapply the rules. Could that have a bearing on this game? That we essentially 2 free throws and the ball for the team that is trailing. If they were to ultimately win, and we've made this erroneous ruling, that would be, not ideal for us in our situation. So, understanding the difference between goaltending and basket interference during a free throw, let's take a look. So, during a free throw, an opponent may not goaltend, and a goaltend during a free throw is considered to be contacting the ball in flight. Okay? So, if we look at this situation, if I was to go here and I was to go here, if the player releases the throw and it's contacted any point, right? Normally goaltending is after the ball has reached its apex, the ball cannot be contacted on its downward flight when it has a chance to go in. But during a free throw, even if it was contacted on the upward flight, if the player released the try, the opponent jumps up and slaps the ball and it's still on its upward trajectory, that would be a player technical foul by rule. So we've had a chance to look at that. I am not in control of my brush. Just play it, man. Play it. So understanding the rules, obviously critical. It's critical in all situations. It's more critical in end-of-game situations. And again, as that young official who is in the rules book, as all officials should be, you can really contribute to your game if you get into a situation where the crew is unsure of the ruling. Dunson, I have never seen it either. Chris, I'm with you. Yeah, first thing we should do there, I think that the anticipation was this is going to be quickly resolved. And it is, we're in this situation, you can understand why there's not a high degree of urgency of sending, because everybody's in a really passive situation. We're in a free throw. Everybody's very static. The game has really come to rest. Doug's got that reference, 10-4-3. 10-4-3. Grasp either basket at any time during the game except to prevent. No, it's not the grasping. It's art. Yeah. Oh, I see. No, it would be 10-4-4A, placing it. No. Where'd it go? 10-4-4-8, placing a hand on the backboard or the ring to gain an advantage. That would be what we have on that basket interference play. Thank you. Thank you. I could not see that when I looked at it. Basket interference, no tech. That's what, in the chat or in the game? Oh, I should be here. Ay. Gregory Handy jumping in. You've got not a lot of daylight, Gregory. That's interesting. Thanks, Daryl. Yeah, they are. It's great to see these plays. I mean, if you're really connected with the rules book, these plays sort of call themselves. If you're disconnected, it's just great to see them and get a refresh. Oh yeah. Oh, I hadn't thought about that, right? Because we just don't see we don't see basket interference or goaltending. The one play on video of goaltending of a free throw is from like 1994 or 84. It's ridiculous. So, Tom, free throw restrictions, and yes. Mike, so that reference would apply, except the free throw has ended. The restrictions on the free throw have ended when the try was clearly going to not be successful. Score the goal, 1 point, opponent ball for a throw in. Thomas is in the house, spinning the discs. Do you still actually have discs? That is a tremendous score, I will tell you that. So when I first saw this, I thought it was like from Hawaii, which proves my lack of knowledge about indigenous people in North America, the northern part of North America. I thought Kaukauna would be a Hawaiian name. Yeah. Joel, yes, that carries a lot of credibility. It carries a lot. I saw that guy on YouTube. Kaukana. Thank you, Glenn. Second half, they play 18-minute halves in Wisconsin. Kaukana. Awesome. All right. Okay. Hey, we have time for a bonus play. Let's take a look. Hey, just a quick banger. In our game, we have to understand the game situation. We have to be aware, time, score, what is expected in this situation. The opponent here is down 5. They need to foul to stop the clock. Fouling in high school basketball in an end-of-game situation is acceptable strategy. Okay? So when our first player contacts our ball handler, you could say they are not making an attempt at the ball. They are attempting to foul. We want to, in this situation, get the first foul. Don't force the team to then make a subsequent second foul, which in this instance could very clearly rise to the level of an intentional foul. We have an off-balance player, a hand in the back from behind, the player goes to the floor, etc. Just be aware, in this situation, this team is trying to foul. A breath, a light touch of any sort, the team wants you to call a foul. It does not have to rise to any significant level of contact in this situation. Put the call in the game, rule the foul, award the bonus free throws here, etc. This is what everybody in the game is expecting and wants in this situation. Our center official, if you are in this position, you are officiating this play. Get the first foul is our takeaway on this play. The game will be better when you do. Hey, thanks for joining us today. Much appreciated. Thanks for sticking around to the end of the video. If you take advantage of the opportunity to like the video, it's super helpful with us. Helps us with the YouTube algorithm and gets more officials watching the show so we can all get better together. And together, we have tremendous show supporters. I'd love to thank right now Richard Masterson, Eric Eichacker, Richard Catan, Richard McGee, Brian Mackey. Much appreciated, much love by people who are named Richard and those who are not. If you want to support the show, there will be a link in the show description in the first pinned comment. And yes, I will put one up above. Fantastic. Additional video content is available for you. A video is available. I've got a link to the new official training sign up. Get involved with that if you're a new official. And I will see everyone in our next video. Take care, everybody. All right. All right. All right. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the key thing is any contact is going to be a foul. Don't wait for the significant, because, I mean, you could say that brush by the player right there in the first half, it's not going to be a foul. Right, exactly. Maybe it's not going to be a foul. Yeah. Oh. Stan, not calling the rules as written. I mean, the second one is certainly, you certainly have the, right, so this is the position you're put in, right? Let's say you're the trail official and you know there was, so you can always come late with the first foul. You see this foul and then the subsequent action, like if you're the center official, it's like you have a late whistle. I would point to the floor back here, first touch, this player right here, right? And then and then we can ignore the actual play that causes the ball handler to go to the floor there. Kokana. I could be taught. Yeah. I mean, you want to detect what the team is attempting to do things well. Is it like we may be coming out of a timeout situation where a team they're going to do a full court press and they're going to try to steal and then foul, right? In the absence of the steal, then they're going to foul. We want to give the team we want to give the team the opportunity to make that steal. All right. Okay. We are at 83 minutes. I am feeling good about that. I am going to wrap it up. I'm going to get to editing. Yeah. Should have had a foul there. Yeah. Yes, Gary, I realize that, right? Yeah, yeah. I don't know what our center official. Yeah, greetings. So, Ron, Merry Christmas to you. Let's see. We've got seasonal flavor right there. Will the Christmas tree be in the next episode? Or will we return? Well, we needed a whistle on the play, David. I mean, it's not a no call. That's for sure. And Stan, we do have, the touch from behind, and with an off-balance player, sometimes a really incidental touch can cause an off-balance player to fall. And I agree with you. It's not a shove, let's put it that way. It's really just a grab. Well, well, I mean, the whole approach, Tom, is just about getting better, right? I appreciate that. We're just, what can we take from plays? When you have this play, like from the center official here, where the ball is in your lap and you're looking here and then you look ahead of the play, you may miss the touch from behind. Is that something that could happen? You be aware of on the court? Yeah. But get the first foul. Just like if they're trying to foul right, that hit on the hip, even if you don't see it, if the coach wants you to call the foul. So, yeah. And when we analyze our own game video, Tom, it's really critical in my mind when we analyze our own game video is to say, I can improve this, I can improve this, I can improve this. These things, I keep making this same mistake. That was, I don't know what I was looking at. Huge mistake, horrible, awful, right? We've got all the critical elements. But I was in great position on this play. I had a really patient whistle here. I did a great job of transitioning my eyes in this situation. We have to embrace all the positives, right? Because we're trying to build our game up. I've got a lot of stuff that I've been working on, and it's all positive, and it comes into play into the game. This is all positive. I still have problems with this. I was distracted in this situation. Why did I allow myself to be distracted, etc.? Again, just sort of like refining our game so that we can just elevate it along the way. So it's really critical to say, to identify mistakes, identify habits and fundamentals that can be improved so that we can bring it into our own game as well. So thank you, Darwin. Thanks for joining. Merry Christmas, Michael. I will be getting to all that myriad of plays. Michael, if you could submit those to abetterofficial.com/submit play, it makes it a lot easier for me. That way I don't have to try to download the play. And, it's a lot simpler. Think about that. It would really help me out. Darwin, a lump of coal is under the tree. I don't have a bonus play. Yeah. Oh, awesome. Awesome, Dave. Yeah. Again, my game on Tuesday was my worst game of the year. Right? There were a number of myriad factors. It was late. It was a tournament game. It started a half hour late. It was not the best high school environment, let's say. Lower level play, and you just accept the fact that sometimes these things can happen. Is that a reflection of me as an official? No, it's not. Does it show what's possible for me as an official? Yes, it does. We can all have bad nights. But then my next night, I did a better job. And I've done a consistently good job this year. I really feel I've done a really good job in the games that I've done, almost all. So we can't beat ourselves up, man. I should do that. I should have an all Richard support graphic. Yes, they are, Gus. But intentionally trying to foul is an acceptable part of the game. In this instance, both players are they doing the things that they need to do, making a play on the ball, etc. Oh, send the photo, Billy. Send the photo. Kenan, maybe one day. Aren't you in Pennsylvania? Wait, where are you at? All right. Okay. We're at the 90-minute mark. We are out. We are out. I hope everybody has a great game tonight. Oh, so here's the deal. I usually only work one game a night during the week because my schedule won't allow an early game. But sometimes I'll let an assigner give me just a little bit early game, doubleheader, JV, varsity. That's typically the way it's done here in the Bay Area. So I had that tonight down in Fremont. It was going to be a long commute home after the game. Accepted it. I will do that a couple times a year when the assigners need it. A couple days ago, the games get canceled. A Friday night. So should I leave my availability open? Or should I go and block? Oh, did I block? Very selfish. But I need a night. I need a night. It's been a rough week. Just, a lot going on. And I got my daughter home from Dallas in the house. So I did that. Very selfish on my part. But I have a Friday night off. But those of you who are working tonight, I hope all goes well in your game. All right. With that, I'm out. Take care, everybody.